We in here. Okay, so we are live here at the Don't Be Useless podcast, and our liveness is all the rage. I'm just making up words, giving y'all time to come on in here. Y'all come on in here, hang out with me. Come in here, hang out with me. That's it, and that's all. I just want to I want to go into a conversation today that I have in my youthness. I recognize I am not the most senior, person on this, wide web internet who is having conversations in public or talking or whatever else. But in my time, I have come to understand some things that I think are inevitable. And one of those things are people are just not going to like you sometimes. So I want to talk to you about how you navigate through that. I want to share how I navigate through that because I think it matters a lot. I think encountering people who don't like you can be one of those things that can take you out if you're not careful. So I think it's going to be really important that we know how to handle these type of situations. Hey on YouTube, hey Facebook fam. I think it's so important that we navigate how you deal with people who not liking you because it's different levels. It's levels to this. Okay, it's levels to the hate you may get. So we're going to jump in and we're going to dive in nice and good and special. Okay. Before we get started, I got to do the housekeeping. I need you to know that this is the Don't Be Useless podcast, and it is here to help you use your gifts, build your confidence, and deliver on your God-given vision. We want to see you elevate. We want to see you be great. And we want to help you do that by sharing some of the things, I guess, helping you navigate through everyday parts of life, everyday stuff. But we are primarily believers in Jesus Christ around here. So you're going to hear me share from that. Hello, you're going to hear me share from that perspective every single time. So as we get started, y'all also need to know that you need to visit ispriscillab.com. If you have not jumped on my mailing list before, what are you waiting for? Y'all, ispriscillab.com. I have heat that I wanted to drop earlier in the summer, but because of the things that I do in continuing to teach and give out, you know, I don't know, all the things, sermons, messages, random songs on the internet, all the things, guys, I have not been able to push out things from my own brand yet. So I am looking forward to getting those things out in August. That is the goal. That is the plan. And I want you to not miss one piece of it. So go to ispracillab.com, sign up for my email list. And you're also entered into a raffle. Y'all know the deal. I gave away something the first Monday of every month right here on this podcast, and it's good stuff. It's great stuff. Now, how we're going to open this podcast today is I have a question for you. A1s are in the building. I see you guys on Facebook. Absolutely. Guys, here's the deal. I want you to tell me, and this is kind of in the perspective of haters, okay? People may not like us. We're going to talk about why people hate us or don't like us and all the things, okay? In just a minute. But can you think of anybody that is kind of like a public enemy right now? Somebody, maybe not right now, that you've known of in your life that they got major hate from media, which stirs up people out there in the world. Can y'all think of anybody who got hate out in this world? I mean, public enemy. People rose up and hated them, whether it was right or whether it was wrong. They got hate. Okay, they got hit publicly. Now, two people came to mind for me as soon as I thought of this kind of opening conversation, because we're talking a bit about haters and navigating through that space of not being liked. The first person that came to me, ooh, I see y'all's coming in. Oh, these are so good. The first person that came to me was Howard Stern. Howard Stern, I think he has a radio show, y'all, and he says things that people don't like. I don't know half the things he says because culturally we're not in sync. So I'll pop over and hear people outside of my own like bubble, but I don't live there. So I don't know all the things that he says, but Howard Stern is definitely a public enemy. And right now in Black culture, I don't know if you know it, but Terry Crews is taking so much heat. But because Terry Crews has said things like checking the Black community in this like civil rights era, I guess, or year. And Terry Crews don't sound like he is necessarily with the majority of the beliefs of the Black community. So Terry Crews, the actor, y'all know the big Black guy who can make his chest meat pop left and right, his chest meat pop up and down and stuff. That's Terry Crews. And so, first of all, I have always loved Terry Crews because Terry Crews loved Jesus and he loves his wife. And he is such a positive person. But one of the things he said had to do with, okay, Black people, make sure y'all don't start becoming the oppressor in how you're acting. And people got super mad with him. They was like, oh my goodness, what you mean? We've been oppressed all these years, and now you talking about make sure we and careful too soon, too soon. All right. So those people, two people that came to mind for me that have been majorly hated on, whether they deserved it or not is not the question. Major hate. All right. So here's what you have to say. And I'm looking at Facebook now. On Facebook, they're saying that Kim Kardashian is a hated person. Gosh, y'all. Why y'all hate her so much? Did I miss something? My chair squeaking. I'm sorry. Can y'all help me understand why people don't like this girl so much? What she do? Now I know that in the beginning she had, this sex tape or whatever, and it was inappropriate, and it was with Ray J. I haven't said that name in a long time. It was with Ray J. I remember that decades ago. Like it's literally been decades. And so her climb to fame came through popularity, not through hard work. But I would dare say that that's the same true for people like, I don't know, Honey Boo Boo or even Cardi B. Wasn't she a TV star, former stripper, whatever? Like, I'm trying to understand why we don't like Kim Kardashian. And I say we very loosely because I don't have nothing against her. I do think she appropriates Black culture. Not a fan of that, but you guys know I don't cancel people. I don't throw a whole person away. But y'all tell me why y'all don't like her. Help me understand. Trump, you right. Y'all, I feel like Trump has some major deep agenda that nobody knows about. Like, I feel like Trump is over there in this White House trying to create laws. And this is me making this up. This is in my head, just in my head. But I feel like Trump is over there in that White House setting up laws and legislation and regulations. So when he leaves the White House, he has more power in business. I feel like he is setting up stuff so he can have loopholes when he gone, because we know Trump loves the dollar. And for him to put himself in presidency, I'm like, there's something bigger here. I just really feel like Trump got a whole nother agenda going on that we could never even understand. And as he pits these races against each other, I was like, this is on purpose too. He is stirring up this on purpose, y'all. He's too intentional. He's too much of a smart person to not know what he's causing here. All right. Somebody said Jesse Smollett. Oh, y'all remember Jesse Smollett from the TV show Empire, which I also could not take Empire. Did not watch that, but I know who Jesse Smollett is. And Jesse Smollett, y'all, end up getting in this situation where he said he was in Chicago. I don't even remember all the details anymore, but I think it's on an earlier podcast. I talked about this somewhere in the 20 something podcast. I talked about this, but the Black community somehow got real mad at Jesse because we felt lied to. Lied to. Ooh, I see that. Hey, Tasha on YouTube, she says, wow, never thought of that. Very good perspective regarding Trump. Y'all, that's why we pray just to make it today. I said we pray. We pray. Do. We got to pray just to make it today. You gotta pray, y'all, because we can't see everything. We don't know. By the time we see it, sometimes it'll be too late. All right, Obama. Cheney, you think Obama is a public enemy? You know what? He might be with some. I'm not going to say all white people because y'all know good and well I'm not going to frame a whole race. I know too many good people in all races. So I'm not going to say that. Diane said the guy got fired from The Shy. I'm not sure who that is. Jussie did? Diane G? All right. Jaslyn agrees. She says Trump. Love from South Africa. Hello, Megole. Hello. Candace Owen. Oh my goodness. If you know who Candace Owen is, drop an emoji right now. If you know who Candace Owen is, Candace Owen is a political figure who had, what is her job? Chicago, do you know what her actual job is? But she is a political figure who has positioned herself as being an advocate for Black people. But at least on the internet, the appearance is that she's an advocate for Black rights, but all of her stats are condemning to the Black community. There's such a conflict of her messaging and what she says she wants for us. But we see the emojis coming in, the straight face. Yes, Tasha. I don't know what's up with Candace Owen. Angie says the father from Everybody Hates Chris. Yeah, that's who Terry Crews is. The father from Everybody Hates Chris. Thank you for everybody who shared on Facebook. Hit that share button at the bottom. Hey, Marie. Cheney says, I don't like the Kardashians in general. I kind of feel like they're succubuses. What is that? Succubuses? Succubus. Are you making me cuss and I don't know it? What's a succubus? Cheney girl, educate me. What's a succubus? Oh, that's a word, Pastor. Are you talking about that Trump thing? Oh, Trump is trying to set something up, y'all. I don't know what that is. And that's why we have to pray. We have to pray. And I really hope it's not against Israel, because God has a lot of words to say about protecting Israel. And America has always had an agreement with Israel when it came to protection. As a result of that, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but that's why we pray. Don't get fooled by the smoke screen. Don't let Trump work you up. Go way bigger than that. Go to God who sees all. Tasha says, because people feel like her favor